back to Central PA Live. Well, you probably know our next guest from shows like Everybody Loves Raymond, Seinfeld, or maybe you've seen her on the back of her brand new book, American Psychic, or even, maybe you even know her from her hometown of Bedford, where she's from. We have psychic Marla Fries with us. Marla, welcome to the show.
Oh,
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
You've been here for a while. You got here about an hour or so ago. We've been able to chat, and it's been so nice to get to know you. And I think that it's so funny to, you think of the word psychic, and you have this idea in your mind of, you know, the person with the big crystal ball. And when you walked in and we shook hands, I thought, that wasn't a psychic at all. What the heck? But you have this brand new book out. Why don't you tell us about your book a little bit?
Well, it's a spiritual journey from the heartland to Hollywood, heaven, and beyond. So it is my memoir. So it's basically the trajectory from the trauma of part of my childhood through the drama of an acting career into the transformation of what I do now.
Sure. And now, Amanda, I don't know if you guys noticed, Amanda came back. I forgot to mention. Amanda, you heard that we had Marla coming on today, and you said, I'd love to come down, and you've actually watched some of the videos, you read a little bit of the book. What's your take on all this?
It seems fascinating to me, because you yourself were a skeptic.
Oh,
correct?
Absolutely. I mean, this is the thing. Everybody should be a skeptic about anything, but when you're too skeptic, then it makes you sort of shut down, and it's really important to be curious about this kind of stuff. And because I had a real attitude about it, especially the mediumship stuff, because that was really something that I had, oh, this has got to be a load of, you know what, and this is not in my wheelhouse, and don't be, so it's basically don't be judgmental, be curious, because that makes things open up more for you.
Now, real quick, difference between a psychic and a medium, psychic medium?
Okay, well, the psychic part for me is actually able to access any aspect of someone's life. It can be about your career, your health, your business, your pets, and the mediumship is basically connecting to deceased loved ones, and pets too.
And I don't know, is this, I don't know a nice way to ask this. Did you feel like you were crazy when it started happening?
Absolutely.
Because I think if all of a sudden dead people started talking to me, I'd think, I need to go to a therapist.
That's what I did. That's exactly what I did. I went to a therapist, I went to doctors, I went to lawyers, I went to Indian chiefs, I did it all. And it was literally the U.S. military psychic spies that helped me make sense of all of this.
And you were saying that before the show. I didn't even know they existed.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that there was a part of the U.S. military that were psychic spies. Can you tell us a little bit about that? And this is in the book, of course, right?
Yes, it is. It's a faction of the U.S. government, and it was called Stargate, and it was operative between the 60s and the 90s. And then it disbanded, and the women and men who were really talented as remote viewers, which are the psychic spies, they went in and started teaching lay people, like myself, who were going crazy and needing help.
Wow. So does someone just ask you to talk to you, or how does that kind of work? Does it just happen?
Well, you know, I like to set things up because I don't really like to get in people's faces. I try and have a lot of boundaries around this. But I work over the phone internationally, and I do small groups, and also I'm going to Bedford to do an event at the Omni Bedford Springs.
Right. You actually have 2 great events coming up here. If people wanted to meet you in person, get you to sign the book, and even talk to you about being a psychic. Can you tell everybody about your events here?
Yes, it's Thursday, September 6th. And it's at the Omni Bedford Springs in the Colonnade Room, and it's starting at 7 o'clock, and you can get tickets at Eventbrite, Marla Fries, American Psychic.
Great, and then we have one more event there. It's a book signing coming up at Barnes & Noble in Altoona on September 8th at 1 p.m. Marla, we can't thank you enough for being here.
My pleasure.
The pleasure was all ours.
To meet you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And we'll be right back with more Central PA Live.